Lost Island theme park is getting a coaster this year, and I decided to kind of talk about what would be their next coaster after Fire Runner. So, since they're getting Fire Runner this year, it won't be maybe next year. It won't be right away. Maybe 2027 or 2028. So we will see a coaster till then, but we're gonna figure out what could they possibly get, because right now they're getting an RMC Raptor coaster, a clone of Stunt Pilot at Silverwood, and this clip is used by the Lost Island Theme Park official YouTube channel, so just to keep in mind. But so Fire Runner is an RMC Raptor. Yes, it is an RMC. So there could be some possible chances. What could Lost Island add next after this coaster? It's pretty big. So what could they possibly be going for rather than RMC Raptor after Fire Runner? So it probably won't be something like a Giga or a Hyper Coaster, because this is more like a family coaster. So what could they possibly add? I mean, they could pretty much add anything, but this is more like a family-based theme park, so whatever they will add should be still good. But Fire Runner is just a clone, so if they can get a custom coaster, then sure, it would probably most likely be a good addition to the park, because the park should know what they're doing. So which one should it be? So taking a look at via Google Earth, we're gonna find some empty room where they could possibly put a coaster. So not sure if they can put it on the back side of the park, but that would probably make sense over there. So there are definitely some space if they were to put available, or over here. They were to put something over here. This land over here would be big enough, but I don't know if this land is part of Lost Island or if it's for sale. But if they were to expand upon, maybe if this backside over here would be a good addition to put a coaster. So there is some space available. They just, if they want to expand, they could possibly expand over here, but they're kind of landlocked because there's water right there. But they could put a coaster right over the water if they want to. So there's a chance that their next coaster would be possibly right in front of their SLC. So probably somewhere back over here or towards the front. If they were to expand upon, they would do so. Now I don't know if this land is taken, but let me know. But this is a big plot of land if they were to expand over here. So if they want to put something over here, then they should be able to. Now there are options of coaster types that could possibly be their next coaster. I have a B&M Dive coaster. There's nothing near in the area in Iowa. I mean, the closest you can get is Wrath of Rashaksha at Six Flags Grand America, but there's really nothing near. But this would be unique because there's nothing like it in the area, and it's really cool because it has a steep drop and all. But when it comes with the price and everything, this is pretty much expensive. But if they can afford, this would be a good one, because the coaster do have a beyond vertical drop. It scared the pants out of the general public. It's really cool, but I kind of don't see this go this route though. But in case they were able to get it, this would be like a good addition. I just kind of don't think that this would happen though. Another one that I can see come to Lost Island theme park is the GCI wooden coaster. There's not too many wooden coasters being built, but I think that Lost Island could use it because it's actually, kind of lean geared towards the families, and so like anybody could ride like a GCI wooden coaster. So, but they have like a height requirement, I think about 48 inches. So, if they can allow like little kids on it, then sure. This would attract the families to go to that park. But I feel like Lost Island is more geared towards families, so I don't think that they would probably go a little bit too extreme in that park. So probably something a little bit tamer, but you know, a wooden coaster could possibly be a good addition to Lost Island. It's just that they probably would rather just add family rides or something that's a little bit intense, but not too intense. So, you know, just like Fire Runner, that one's kind of a intense coaster, but it's not too extreme. But you know, just probably a mild ride. So I'd probably say a GCI is something more geared towards the family. So probably this is gonna be something for the park. Another coaster I could see them getting next is a Gravity Group Woody. This is actually something that would be good at the park because this is more of a family ride. So you know, it would probably be best for the kids and families to enjoy, and it's your classic Woody. So you know, I think that this is one of the options that would do good at Lost Island theme park, is because they also don't have a wooden coaster at that park, and so I think a Gravity Group wooden coaster like this size would be great over there. So if they're willing to do it, that would be also good. But I don't think, like what I said, I don't think they're gonna be going with anything too extreme though. I've known many people said a Vekoma family boomerang coaster could come here. Yeah, that would be also a good fit at Lost Island theme park. This is something more for the families, and you know, this will really make the kids enjoy the ride. And you know, like anybody could ride this. So, you know, even the teenagers and adults can even ride this. So, and you know, this is something that Lost Island needs because you know they don't have a ride like this. They don't even have a coaster that goes backwards, and so something that goes forwards and backwards, especially that backwards section, that park doesn't have. So I think this would do good over there. Um, and there's also more coaster types out there, but I really don't know if they can go with that route though. You know, it's really tough to say and which coaster could go there. But there's just so many options. But I feel like the Vekoma Tilt Coaster would actually do good over there too because there's nothing like it. And these coasters are becoming popular. And they have a tilt track, which, you know, in the area there's really nothing like it in the area. I mean, the closest you can get is, of course, the new Siren's Curse opening this year in Cedar Point. So there's really like nowhere near, and you know Ohio is still kind of far. So, but they're kind of close to each other. I mean, you know, this coaster would still do good over there. I mean, as long as they can put theming, because you know, it seems like Lost Island likes to do theming on the rides, and so what they could possibly do is they can just do these kind of elements like earth. They have earth, water, fire. So it's kind of like avatars. You know, those benders thing. So they can do those four elements, and you know, maybe water would fit good, or maybe earth, or you know, something. They already got fire, so maybe they would do maybe snow, water, maybe. So water, earth, and fire possibly, and then maybe the other one is snow. So they can go with maybe like a, you know, a fire theme, or not a fire theme, but probably something with water or something. So you know, but this is not really a water ride, so I'd probably say something like ice or something. So maybe theme it to like something that's cold, but it's really tricky to say. But you know, um, a tilt coaster could do good at Lost Island theme park. So I'd say the family Vekoma Boomerang also is good. The Gravity Group coaster, and so they're also making those B&M family inverted coasters. So yeah, but it's really tough to kind of figure out what they could add. But I think the good ones are the Gravity Group coaster and this one, and possibly the 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 family of Vekoma Boomerang coaster. So those are pretty good. So, but the one in I think the one in Mexico is the one being built first, and so they haven't really built that. So I kind of don't think. But by that time, they could possibly still have it approved. So probably Six Flags Mexico first for the family Boomerang coaster, and then this park. But then also you gotta also take a look that they also have good gravy, and they also got the Snoopy Soapbox Derby Racers at Kings Island, so that's also a Vekoma family boomerang. So they've been out in the United States recently, and I think they do a pretty good job with it. So why not add it at Lost Island theme park? So I think that's the best option, the Vekoma family boomerang coaster. But this one is also good, but I think I'm kind of thinking that the Vekoma family boomerang coaster is better. Alright, so scratch off that tilt coaster. That would also be good, but it seems like this is the best option. I know it's been rumors or something that a Vekoma family boomerang coaster could be possibly added to Lost Island theme park. They could theme it to ice or water. I think this would be pretty cool. Or maybe Earth. I think Earth would be a cool theme for this ride. So imagine an Earth themed, family Vekoma boomerang coaster. And they could just say, maybe the rock coaster or whatever. So they can call it like named after something, a rock, or maybe something to at the Earth element. So that would be pretty cool. So maybe brown track with maybe black supports would be cool or something. But it's really tough to say. But they don't have anything that goes backwards, so they need something that goes backwards. Yeah. So basically, they don't have anything that goes backwards. So their coaster lineup is they have an SLC with the Napuko Air Coaster. They also got Montegani, which is a relocation of Canonin at Leesburg. That's an Intamin launch coaster. They also got Fire Runner, which is an RMC Raptor opening this year, and they also got a Wacky Worm. And so their coaster lineup is right now just fine, but they just need to kind of get some more coasters and to kind of make the park better. So, and probably more theming. But this is something that they don't have, something that goes backwards. I think this is a good one. The Vekoma family boomerang coaster. So let me know what you think will be going to Lost Island theme park next. So what do you want their next coaster to be? Technically, let me know in the comments below, because there are a lot of coaster types out there that they can potentially use. But certain things probably won't fit with the land, so maybe there are certain types that could still fit in the land, but maybe they can expand or add something over the water. So, but for me, I personally think that a Vekoma family boomerang coaster is best here. So yeah, you can really tell this is more geared towards the family. So that coaster is perfect there at Lost Island theme park. So hopefully in the future they will keep developing and technically make this park even better. This is a fairly new theme park, and I really want to see what they will be getting in the future. And hopefully this park will be brighter, and hopefully they will do a good job. And I really want to go here someday, and I wish I could. But technically, if they get a good coaster, technically I would probably go here. But like what I said, I really don't think they want to go like something too extreme, because this seems to be something more for the families, and so they want just the families to enjoy. So guys, like what I said, let me guys know what you want to see, what kind of coaster you want to see come to Lost Island theme park next. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.